Okay. So top tips on journaling. And I know the topic is affirmations and making sure that you're doing the right personal development. So I'm going to get more into that after this. But these are my top tips on journaling and things that I've learned along the way. And I hope they can help you as well. So something that I do every single day, this is my journal book. It's just a composition book from Dollar Tree. If you've been on my team for a while, you know I get all my business stuff there. Um, Okay, so the first thing I do is I date it at the top because I'm going to save these, okay? Like I'm going to save these till the day I die because in 10 years from now, I want to look back and see how far I've come and see what I wrote and see how much I've grown, see how, like literally everything. Like I love that. I love reflecting back and it's just like such a huge part of my journey. So at the top, I write the date, 12/15/21. Ask yourself a question every single day at the top of your journal. So I already have tomorrow's question and the next day and the next day, and then I'll just fill it out as I go. So I got inspired by this because I got on Pinterest. I love Pinterest because I feel like it's not like social media. It's not Instagram and Facebook. It's not a comparison game. I guess you could compare because there are fit girls on there and stuff like that. But for the most part, my feed is like hairstyles, clothing styles, fitness motivation, books, personal development books. Hold on, can everyone mute yourselves, please? Okay, I got you. I think okay. But yeah, so if you go on Pinterest and you type in journaling ideas, so many journal prompts will come up. Literally, I have a whole board saved of just journal ideas. And this is actually a picture that I found from Pinterest. And like I've used all these questions. So say today or say, sorry, I gotta move you guys so I can freaking see. So like tomorrow, because today's already gone, unless you want to journal at night, it's whatever works for you. But tomorrow I could totally write, what are my recent wins? And I'm going to answer that in the morning. And then the next day, what things have I accomplished that previously might have only dreamed of, or like my past self would have only dreamed of? Like that's like a good one. I haven't actually used that one yet because you can reflect on how far you've come in your journey. And then how can you celebrate yourself this week? That's another question. And then write a gratitude list of 5 to 10 things. I love to ask myself like what I'm proud of. As a coach, you'll find yourself pouring so much into others. And sometimes it's hard to like pour into yourself, but you have to. It's the only way that you can literally help people. And it's the only way that you can show up on your social media like a badass. Hold on, let me mute everyone. So yeah, ask yourself a question every day at the top and date the top. And then you can do a brain dump. So this is your journal. You can write anything. It's like a secret diary. I don't know if anyone had this when they were younger. I didn't. I think my sister did though. I literally say so many personal things. I mean, no one's going to read this journal except me, right? And it's like free therapy for me. So after I journal, I feel like I just talked to a therapist, but it was really just me brain dumping everything that's bothering me. You can write, if it's something depressing, but that's bothering you, write it out. If it's something about anxiety, write it out. If it's,
yes, I have something to say about that. Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Okay. The anxiety thing, I'm on day 3 and I've struggled with anxiety for years and years and years. And I'm being completely honest, like my anxiety has disappeared. Like I just can't even like, I'm just being really honest. Like it really has changed my life.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just so grateful. I'm just so grateful. And I really believe in this. And I do believe in us. And I know like we're going to spread a lot of love and light, you know? Anyways.
Yes. Yes. Chill.
I love you. You're doing amazing.
Thank you so much. That's so crazy that, well, I know you've been in this before, so I think you had it like a little bit of an impact on you. Like I poured that belief into you, like when you signed up in the past and then you came back and like that was your comeback. Like this is your comeback, your strong comeback game. So that's just incredible. It's almost like you're just like, it's automatically making you trust the process because you have the team, you have the support, and I love that. So yeah, a brain dump. That's kind of like what I did here. So like the question this morning was, what situation is happening for me instead of to me? Some things that happen to you in life, you think they're happening to you, but they're actually happening for you. They're actually happening for your greatest good, and you won't see it when it happens. You might think your world is crumbling down, or I know Courtney had a fucking breakup and the last time, and she thought her world was ending. But now look at her. Okay, that happened for a reason. And it didn't feel like that in the beginning. And just like when me and Chris found out that we had literally 8 weeks to move out, find a home, and it was right before Christmas. Yeah, I literally laid on my bed and cried that night for 2 fucking hours. But look what we have now. And like literally my team, some of the girls exactly on this call were like, Sarah, but what if you find something better? And like I cried about that too, because it's just like so much support here and stuff, but just like keep that in mind. And then I wrote out like what I felt like was happening for me and not to me. And then I kind of did like a brain dump. And then after that, I pull an affirmation from, I highly recommend this too. You can totally take my ideas. I want you to be inspired by my journey. Like taking my ideas doesn't mean that you're copying me, because it's not me doing it for you. It's you doing it for you. So what I did was I got note cards. I mean, I think I've been doing this close to 2 years probably. This is just an old Ipsy bag. I reused them. And these are just note cards. And I got my affirmations from Pinterest, which we'll get on the affirmation on the next slide. And I also get affirmations from Josh Coates, which he has a podcast that I listen to. He's an awesome entrepreneur. He works with Beachbody coaches. He's just a life coach. And he makes multiple 7 figures a year. Like he's just badass. And he like cusses, he likes rock music. Like he's like the opposite of professional, and he's so successful. And I fucking love that. Like that's literally just to prove that you don't have to be professional and perfect to be successful. And so literally any affirmation or any quote or anything inspirational that has came to me, I automatically write it down. And a lot of these I've gotten from the book Find Your Happy, which is a daily mantra book. So I get a lot of ideas from there. Pinterest, books that I've read, and podcasts. Like it doesn't just have to be an affirmation from like an Instagram quote. It can be like anything that speaks to you. And then I pull one from the middle every morning and I share that on my story. And it's literally helped so many people, like because I'm doing it for people. Like I read it and it helps me. But the reason I share that is because it's going to speak to someone else too. And then I kind of just wrote something at the bottom. After I read my daily mantra, I was inspired to write some more stuff. But your journaling can take anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. Set a timer on your phone, flip your phone over so you're not distracted, and just like journal away, journal your thoughts, make yourself feel good. You can do this with podcast takeaways too. Like I actually have a separate journal for this because when I listen to podcasts, I know that it's going to be like a page long and it's going to be different than like my mind. And then usually I get team call content ideas from like podcasts. Anything that I take away from like the book that I'm currently reading. I'm reading Girl on Fire. It's so good. I love it. It's my second time reading it. I read a chapter a day. That's like my goal. And you want to highlight and make it look eye appealing for you. So get cute highlighters, get cute pens. Me and Courtney have like these smelly gel pens. I haven't had gel pens since I was like 5 years old. Like that's like my freaking dream. I love that stuff. But anyways, just make it fun. Draw, doodle on there. Like make yourself happy. That's how journaling should make you feel. Come on, my computer is being so dumb. Okay, let's move on to affirmations. So self-love affirmations, motivation, inspiration affirmations, anxiety affirmations, depression affirmations, business affirmations, because affirmations, healing, and spiritual affirmations. There are all types of affirmations, and I didn't really realize this until I went in depth of like finding affirmations, I guess. Like seriously, I just found on Pinterest before I got on here because I was trying to make content for this. If you get on Pinterest and you type in affirmations for depression, literally affirmations will help you like with your depression. Anxiety affirmations. There's so many more than just like, I am confident, I am successful, I am energetic. I feel like those are like, yeah. What did you say?
I'm just mumbling. I was saying like that one song where you only hear like the confidence, like, and it's like we should be proud of being women. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but like I don't know. I agree. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you talking about the one? I am woman. Raven loves that one. That one, I am woman, the one you did yesterday. Okay. Is that the one you're talking about?
What was
Okay.
it that you said I did? Sorry, I missed it.
You're real yesterday. Is that the one you're talking about? Oh, you're muted now.
Oh, I don't know I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. My sound wasn't working last night. I didn't even know what part of the song was gonna go to that. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I think I'm gonna, like you said, make that work for me and
Yeah.
just like I want to like use reels to make people feel good and like to make people feel happy. Like I don't care if I look like a weirdo or if I look like I just don't care anymore. I did, like,
Good.
before I was like, oh my gosh, like, Sarah, I cared so much. I was like, I have positive, I don't know if you can hear it. I have 639 HD on my hippies now, pure positive love energy, miracle tone healing music, heart
Cool.
chakra. But yeah, like, I don't know.
I
I don't
love
know. I
that.
just think it's so cool. I don't know what I
Yeah.
was gonna say, but yeah.
If you have any, or if you have the idea, just put it in the chat and I'll answer it at the end for sure. But yeah, so what you need to do with these affirmations is you have to find ones that actually speak to you. If it doesn't speak to you, rip it up and throw it away. Like I actually threw 2 away today that I actually pulled and they just didn't speak to me anymore. So I got rid of them. You don't have to do shit that doesn't speak to you. Like literally, there's personal development out there for everyone. You have to find what speaks to you, and that's what matters. But I reread them, I repeat them out loud, I meditate on them sometimes. I haven't meditated in a few weeks because I just feel so good with my personal development routine. So but I did listen to like meditation while I was doing the dishes, and that like felt good. It brought me to like a calm state. um Voice memo, listen to them, use the voice memo app. I listened to my vision, I actually said it out loud on the voice memo app, and I listen to it every single morning. It reminds me why I'm doing what I'm doing, because you're not going to feel like doing invites every day. You're not going to feel like following up with 20 fucking people that have ghosted you 3 times, but when you hear that, you're like, yep, I am. I'm going to message her again. I'm going to invite her again because, she's probably going to be on my team soon. Like, you have more of like a positive outlook once you listen to why you're doing what you're doing. It just makes all make sense. And sometimes, you get in this rut of like doing the same daily vitals all the time. But guys, this is adding up. Like, why do you think I earn free travel every year? Because I do this shit and I'm reminding myself of that. So just keep hustling. Like, just hang them up on mirrors, walls, laptop. I have 3 things right here on my laptop. One says you will either find excuses or find a way. Let go of the fear, put your blinders on and get to work. And then people love what I have to offer. I love that one because sometimes you can get in your head and think like people don't want what I have, but I promise they do. And then let me move your faces around so I can read the bottom. Yeah, and then you can hang some on your notebooks too. What I like to do, I have 2 affirmations in my book, kind of like a bookmark. And so I'm obsessed with this affirmation lately. It says, I have been given a vision for a reason, and I'm worthy of bringing beautiful things to this world. People love what I have to offer. I read that every single day, but it's my bookmark. And then in my journal, I have, sorry, that was the affirmation from today. Kind of like things that I learned from my past spiritual book called The Untethered Soul, but it kind of just, these things just say, watch the mind talk and keep relaxing and releasing, fall behind the noise, relax and release. And this is something I learned when your mind starts talking, it's not yourself. The voice that you hear in your head, now that I'm so aware of it, it kind of scares me because I'll be like walking with Knox and I'm actually talking out loud and saying things that are happening in my head, but that's not me. And I know that everyone does that. Your mind never shuts off. And that book just really helped me like come back down to like earth and like not continue to live in my head as much. You are not the thinking mind. You are aware of the thinking mind. Do not ever fight your mind. You will never win. All you have to do is stop expecting the mind to fix what's wrong inside of you. That is the core. It's the root of it all. We constantly think our minds are the problem because they don't shut up, but it's not the problem. So I don't know. That was a great book. So that's that. And then one more thing before I move on from this. But yeah, I go deeper than just I am. Like, I'm not going to read a affirmation that says I am confident. Like, it just doesn't sit well with me. Like, I am confident, but it's just not enough. You need to dig deeper, and dig deeper. Digging deeper means more meaningful. So like, this is my favorite one lately. Visualize your highest self, then show up as her. I read it every day. My income is constantly increasing and I'm wealthy beyond my wildest dreams. Okay, that might not be what's in the moment, but every time that I read it, I feel more closer to financial freedom, more financial freedom, paying off debt. Like, I literally believe it. I have had this for 2 years, and I read the book Super Attractor. It's also a spiritual book, universe things, and I got that from that. When I show up for myself, I help others. It is my mission to help and make a difference. I can do this by being true to myself. I'm not going to read all these. I'll read you some, but if you want me to send you some after this call, just text me. I love this one too. I'm allowing more abundance in my life today. I'm allowing more strength, more wealth, more happiness, more support, more love, more relationships, and more connections. I got that from Josh Coates on one of his podcasts. I am the light on someone's darkest days. I got that from another girl that's a coach that's not even on our team. I get these from everywhere, just things that speak to me. You are unlike anyone else in the world, which means you can inspire others by just being you. And then this is I'll stop right here, but know that when you're not working your business is still working. And another one is when you unplug at night, know that your business is still thriving. Those are my two favorites because I have this thing where like not as much now that I've been working on my mindset with it, but I literally felt like at night when I would unplug, even though I worked my business and did all the fucking things, I would feel like I was failing because I wasn't doing shit. And so that's really helped me because, I wake up with a full inbox because I did my shit earlier. And like, part of being successful is also unplugging, like I talked about in that one team call about setting social media boundaries. It goes with it. This business is time freedom. You're not supposed to be on social media all day. That would take away the point of this opportunity, literally straight up. Are you doing the right personal development? This is very important, guys. You need to have either a business book and an inspirational book, or you need to be listening to a business podcast and a motivational podcast. You need both. This is a business, so you need to constantly, I don't like the word constantly, not constantly, but once a week or a couple times a week, find a good business podcast. I'll tell you my favorite right now. And by the way, we only have like 2 more slides after this. So, okay. So hands down, my top favorite business podcast is always Your Push Coach with Josh Coates. He gives so many network marketing tips, finding energy between doing and being, embracing fear, understanding heart, hustle, and harmony. And that was actually with Micah Folsom, which I know Raven loves. How to level up your business without it taking over your life. That one was so fucking banging. How to overcome bad energy, decide what's best for you and your family. My personal affirmations for ultimate gratitude. That's the one where I listened to, where I literally got the best affirmations I've ever written down. So yeah, that's my favorite business podcast. I also love the Angie Lee show. She is so real. She is probably one of the realest people on social media. She's amazing. She works with a lot of Beachbody coaches. She works with a lot of just life coaches, entrepreneurs. She's great. And then I love the Mindset, Magic, and Manifestation podcast with Michaela J. She does like a lot of like mindset work and spiritual shit. What else do I like? And then if I'm like I love learning about fitness and nutrition. So I have like a YouTuber that I love, and she has a podcast and it's called Fun and Gains, like GAINS, like gains. And I listened to her podcast today, and she talked about 5 fitness trends that need to die in 2021. So she talked about like not dieting and things like that, and actually gave me an idea on what to talk about my story tomorrow. Those are some. If I talk too fast, I can put those in the coach group after this. Yeah, those are like my top. I don't listen to podcasts as much as I just love to read. Sometimes it literally almost, I can't like concentrate on it because I feel like I just like do so much. Sometimes the last thing I want to do is like hear someone talk for like 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I feel sometimes. But if I feel good, I'll definitely listen to a podcast, especially when I'm doing my makeup. I put my headphones in and do my makeup and listen to a podcast. Love that. But are you doing the right personal development? So if it's right, it should be making you feel alive. You should feel very inspired after you do it, motivated, excited to show up, excited to work your business. That's what personal development is for, is to inspire you, make you level up and learn something new every single day. And if it's not doing that, get rid of it like today. Is it giving you content and post ideas? Because if it's not, get rid of it. Like it's not good enough. Like seriously, there has never been a moment or a day where I have not gotten an idea from my personal development. 99% of my posts are from personal development ideas. Either I got inspired from it, or it struck an idea to post something or talk about my story or open up about something or be vulnerable or jump out of my comfort zone. And most importantly, are you taking action on what you're learning, or are you just reading it and not implementing it? And this is so important too. Like you could literally, I could have totally read this book, never highlighted anything, never took notes, never journaled, but then why are you reading? Because you're not taking it seriously. And same with podcasting. Like when Raven listens to podcasts, she'll post on her story. She has a whole page of notes, like jam packed, and that's how it should be. So yeah. And I want to give you some tips on like things that you could talk about this month on your story. So these were just like some quick ideas that I came up with. Turning objections into post ideas. I got this years ago from a very top coach. And it was the best thing ever because I still do this. So say someone says they're too busy. If you had to make a post that day or like make it the next day, if you already made a post, talk about how you are so busy, but you still do it, and talk about how you make it work for your life. And then when they scroll and they see that post, they're going to be like, damn, like she's actually busier than me and she's doing what I want to do. Okay, I can probably do this. Like you're actually calling them out, but you're not calling them out, you know what I mean? And then you start to get into people's heads, and that's where the magic happens. The best I heard this from Josh Coach one time. He said, when someone comes to you and says, you're literally in my head, that's when you know you fucking won. And it is so true. When you get to that point, Raven's already hit it before. This happened to her. Like, I remember she told me probably like 5 or 6 months ago, someone messaged her and was like, girl, I can't get you out of my head. That's what you want. You want to be in people's heads. I get it all the time because I constantly show up. I post every single day. Okay. So say someone doesn't have the money. You can make a post about how you maybe didn't necessarily have the money, but you waited until you did. Or you were so determined in this that you waited for your next paycheck. Or maybe you have already earned your initial investment back with Beachbody. Talk about that. Talk about how quickly you earn your initial investment back and you still continue to earn. What's another objection? Too busy, money, or maybe scared to coach. So they're like the basic 3 objections that you'll always get. When someone's too scared to coach, talk about how scared you were to coach. We were all scared, all of us, scared to death. But like, look at us now. You can talk about job 100, keep talking about it. It's such a great deal. It's the 160, which is usually the price without job 1. So, but they get job 1, they get the 3 resistance bands, they get the job 1 calendar, they get the job 1 shaker cup. Like, it's a no-brainer. How are you liking your program? Do you have a new non-scale victory? Can you put on those jeans that are a non-scale victory for you? Set your phone up in the windowsill, put on some music and dance around and look cute and put on some makeup. Because that's going to make someone sign up because they see your confidence. Can you post about what does the day in a life look like for you as a part-time coach? How are you doing it? I think that's actually more important than a full-time coach showing their day in the life, because no one is at that point. Not no one, but most of your followers aren't at that point. So if you're a part-time coach, you're actually at everyone's level, because that's what they're going to start out as, unless they're a stay-at-home mom and they can make this full-time. So keep that in mind. You can talk about bod group, the fit club, the community, talk about nutrition. Literally, if you're not sharing your food and you're not talking about what you're eating, that might be a little bit of a problem, because you're not just getting your results from your fitness. I'm sorry, you're not. Like, what are you eating? What are you drinking? Share about that. Did you start a new personal development book? Are you liking a certain podcast that's really, take a screenshot of it and tag the podcast person. They'll put you on their story and that'll help you gain more followers. I do that a lot. You can talk about the sneak peek that's starting on the 27th, which is in the team page already. I usually don't talk about it until like 3 days before, so you have time with that. And then I already talked about this on my story, but have them start before the new year and talk about it. They don't have to wait until January 1st to get fit. Like, that's literally bullshit. Like, start now. The last couple of things I want to say is open your mind. This is your business to do whatever you want. And I told Courtney this evening, to do whatever you want. Take advantage of that. Open your mind. I can't express that enough. Like, I open my mind every single day to next page. Every day I ask myself, what can I do to get more attraction? How can I be better than yesterday? And how can I be inspiring as fuck today? Every day that I wake up, I'm like, what new can I do today? What else can I put on my story that I have never shown before? Like, what can I talk about that I've never talked before? What outfit can I wear that I've never worn before? How can I do my hair? How can I do my makeup? This shit is so fun. And if you don't lean into the fun, it's going to be very hard for you to keep going, because you're not going to find the fun in it. So lean into that. Chris just went like that. That's right. And have fun. Have fun, because this journey is so much fun, but you have to allow it to be that way. That's all I have.
I don't know how long ago Addie unmuted myself, so I'm so sorry, but I do have a quick question for you. If somebody were to sign up for the Job One Challenge Pack, the Total Solution, and say that they're unsure, because I've asked like one girl like what size resistance bands they want, because there's the 9-inch and the 12-inch, and she didn't know because she's not into like fitness and stuff. But I would think the longer ones, right, for if you're more of a beginner, because you have more pull.
Yeah, I thought 3 resistance bands come with it, right?
Yeah, but there's but it says there's different lengths, so you either pick the 9-inch or the 12-inch.
I've only been using the 9-inch.
Okay, so just maybe the 9s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know. I just chose the 9 because I feel like 12-inch might be like for mid. Like, I feel like it might be like for bigger, like, I think for men or something like that. I don't know. Just do the 9.
Bigger for men.
Do we get bands if we buy the program? Like, do we get those, or do we usually just get them if we're at the beginning of the 160 pack?
Are you talking for yourself or like for someone else?
Yeah, because I need bands. I think I had to like just modify today, which was fine, but I think I do.
Definitely, yeah. So, you can either order Beachbody's bands. Did you already buy your program?
Yeah, I think so. I think I did. Don't you get a message, or how does it work?
So you actually have to go to teambeachbody.com, hit shop, and then hit job 1, and then go all the way down until you see the digital program. It's like $37 with the discount.
I thought I bought it.
Okay, you might have.
Okay, oh look, we've all been so busy. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, and then you can buy resistance bands at like Walmart or TJ Maxx or Marshalls. Like, they're just like the basic thin ones, honestly.
Okay.
Like,
I was just wondering, like, if someone just buys the program, then they don't get bands. They have to buy the pack to get, because they get the yearly workouts, they get all the stuff.
yes, because you have to have Beachbody on demand
too. They get us too, which we are valuable.
But also, just so you know, like next time, like if a new program comes out and it has like resistance bands, like how this one had, it came with it, because like they could have like something else or whatever, you can buy like just the digital, like where you just get the Job One program, or there's even like where like you, like as a coach, since we already have it, you would buy the job one. And if you wanted to buy the resistance bands, there's like a pack for that. Like where it's just the resistance bands and the digital copy. But like what Sarah's saying, like these ones I bought like these, and there's like extra light, medium, heavy, extra heavy, and it was like $5 from Walmart.
Does it matter if they ride up or do they work? It doesn't matter.
These they're a little like thin. They're not going to be as good as like the Beachbody ones.
Okay,
Beachbody ones
we'll
I think
shop
are like
around and see which ones will be good, because I think the more resistance, I mean, I don't know, I'm just starting, but like, I mean, it's showing a lot, like in me for sure, like just chiseling. Like it's been 3 days of just 20-minute workouts, and I'm like, we're literally getting chiseled, you guys.
My back is so sore today.
Oh fuck yeah. And like
fuck yeah, literally, like my upper back, literally, I was like not in tears earlier, but I was like, what the heck?
And my ass was shoveling snow yesterday. So first I did day 2, and then I was like, okay, we cannot have this ice on the porch. Like there is no way, because we're getting another snow dump tonight. And so I'm shoveling snow, and I woke up this morning, I was like, oh goodness gracious, I need to stretch.
I know. Yes, it is no joke. Like talk about that too, Courtney. Like talk about like how sore you are, like this, you feel like you're already chiseling out and you're on day 3, your anxiety's gone on day 3. Like these are all great things to talk about. Talk about all your wins. You can talk about anything with this business. I used to feel like I had to ask my coach all the time, like, can I say this? Can I talk about this? She's like, girl, this
I know you're like, just do the damn thing. Yeah, so cute. You're like, this is your business, Courtney. It was just so cute. You didn't want to give me like any boundaries. You're like, you do what you want to do. I'm here for it.
So literally, there are no boundaries. Just do it. Just put it out there.
Do the damn thing.
Yes. Girl. Yes. It says we have 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I want to make sure that Montana didn't have any questions. Yeah. Or nothing? Oh, hold on. You're muted. Hold on.
Don't.
Are you unmuted? Unmute yourself.
I'm unmuted.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'm still writing all these things down. I have like 7 note cards.
Oh, you're awesome. I'll send you the screenshots of them right after this, because I talk way too fast. There's no way someone could have wrote that down. What happened, Shayla? Oh my God. Formula life.
Fucking formula everywhere. God damn it. I'm so annoyed.
I did that before. Oh my God, guys, we have less than a minute. Hold on, let me take a boomerang.
Fucking fuck. That's my feelings right now. Good. Okay.
Hold on. If this ends, we're getting back on. Okay. Oh yes. Okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being on.
Love you guys. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.